Hello, and welcome back to a new video. And this video I'm doing actually a cast video, which is something I don't usually do. I've done like one in the past. But yeah, I decided to do this video because I really like Taylor Swift, in case you don't know. It's kind of why my channel's called Swiftly Cinema, but also just because I couldn't come up with any better name. So, yeah. Anyway, and I thought I'd try and make Taylor Swift and Sims. And I'm really happy with how it came out. This is like her in like the 1989 era, really. Before she dyed her blonde, like her hair like platinum blonde. But speaking of which, I was thinking about maybe if anyone's interested of me doing like a kind of like a mini series of just me making all the different types of like Taylor Swifts we've had. That sounds kind of weird. Like, so for example, her when she just started out in The Sims, and her when she did her Fearless tour, her when she did her Speak Now tour, her when she did her Red tour, her when she did her 1989 World tour, her like after that, I don't know. Anyway, just let me know if you're interested, and I'll do that because I don't know. I really enjoyed this. I'll probably just use this sim to base off of it. So maybe what I'll do is just like I'll just make a completely different household where I just like change her looks entirely. But use the sim as like the base of it, I guess. I don't really know, but like as you can see, I felt like at this point it was her like face was really starting to take shape, and like it looks a lot like her. The only thing is we don't really have that many hairs that actually look like precisely like the hair that she has. Not like a couple, and even then like are they really correct? Not particularly, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And believe it or not, this is actually probably one of my most downloaded like households on the gallery, apart from Marcella and John. They've got like 48 downloads. She has like 40 downloads. So yeah, I'm like quite surprised about that. I ended up, that looks quite nice actually. Why didn't I use that? I use this one though. This one works quite well actually. It's probably the closest one to what her hair's actually like. I think this really does actually look like her when she hasn't got makeup on. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Taylor Swift. For a lot of reasons. I think maybe I may as well list these reasons right now because, like, I feel like people might not understand it. Like, people really don't like Taylor Swift. I think she's, personally, my opinion, I think she's one of the celebrities that are hated, like, the most hated celebrities that have a very, like practically no good reason for them to be hated on. Like, people say, oh, she's dated too many people. Well, quite frankly, it is honestly none of your business how many people a certain person has gone out with, and I think people should be able to date how many people they want. I think like it shouldn't be this stigma. It's just so old-fashioned just thinking that way. I'm quite surprised people still do. So that's what I'm just a bit like, I get a bit annoyed by that. And also I think people over-exaggerate about how many boyfriends she's had, because she hasn't had like that many over over 10 years now. In fact, like 11 years or so, she's only had like 8. And like, for example, other celebrities, like, I don't know, Joe Jonas had like several love interests in 1 year, or something like that. Like, Harry Styles has had a lot of love interests. No one really cares about that, which they shouldn't care about it. I feel like with Taylor Swift, it's just like, she's an exception, you know, we have to care about her, clearly, but like, no, I don't think, like, I can understand some people find some of her singles annoying and stuff. I quite like them, I think they're okay, but like, I think a lot of the music, I think this applies for a lot of artists, like, the music they have on their albums compared to the singles they put out, the music is often a lot deeper and a lot more meaningful. But because I'm a songwriter myself, like, I write songs, like, kind of loose, that's a kind of loose term, but I do, it's a kind of almost like a hobby of mine. And you know, I think after analysing loads of different singers and stuff, I've honestly, and just out of pure honesty, come to the conclusion that she's one of the best modern songwriters I know. And I'm not just saying that because I'm her fan. I think like that's part of it, but at the same time, she writes amazing lyrics. Like, lyrically, some of the stuff she says flows really well, and it's really good metaphorically. And I just think she's just very clever in that sense. Whereas, you know, like other artists, I've listened to songs that aren't singles off of other artists, and I will say people like Adele's quite good. Although at the same time, I don't really know how much she writes herself, but I think Adele writes quite a lot of her. She writes a lot of them herself. I mean, she co-writes them with people like Bruno Mars and stuff, but you know, that's okay, fine. But yeah, Taylor Swift wrote the entirety of Speak Now by herself, which is her third studio album. And this is kind of, honestly, this video is going to be a bit of me fangirling over Taylor Swift, so if you really do not like Taylor Swift, I would not recommend you watch this video. Oh no, I would, because then you can make me convinced that she's not that bad. No, I really like Taylor Swift, and like, I just think she's honestly, I feel like sometimes people don't like her because she hasn't, like, she's, this gonna sound so, what's the word, but it just gonna sound so bad, but like, she's a really nice person. She visits hospitals, she's very charitable, but she doesn't show off about it. Quite often, it'll be people who she visits and stuff who show off, and there's like proof that she doesn't want it to be shown off. She says that, in a most recent visit to a hospital, the mom said that, Taylor Swift had actually said that, she wouldn't want them to be uploading anything to any media to the internet, that you just want to have it like by themselves for now, and then like if they want they can post it afterwards, but they don't want to have any media or anything now, you know, which I think was very thoughtful of her. And I know she tries socks with high heels, I just mentioned this, but like it really works. I was basing a lot of the looks I saw here off of looks that I'd seen her wear before, so just sort of like paparazzi photos, which aren't great because she gets harassed by the paparazzi a lot. Also, she's quite nice to the paparazzi as well. They're a bit over the top. Paparazzi is just bad in general. Like, yeah. Anyway, but like, I don't know, I love Taylor Swift. It's so random. Like, I went to, okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So, I've been to 2 of her concerts. I started getting into her during the Red album, towards the end of its release. So, I really started getting into her when the 22 music video was released. I remember that was it, because that was all over YouTube, just like when Vivo like recommend a video, it'd be like 22 Taylor Swift, and I looked at that. I wasn't too keen on that at first, but actually I really like the song now. Random, but yeah, I remember the first song I listened to by her was probably, because I was like, I used to be really into Minecraft, so I used to watch like Minecraft parodies and stuff. I think the one which I saw the first was probably We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, through another Minecraft parody, and I was like, I don't know, it's a bit weird, you know. And I heard I Knew You Were Trouble, and I that's when I fell in love with her, because I loved the sound of it, and she introduced me to music, like pop music, so that's kind of why I love her so much, and I can't really not like her. She literally did, and like, I didn't before. It was so weird. Like, before, I used to think that if something didn't have a musical, like, I used to think that the only songs she'd written were like music videos. So I was like, oh, I guess she hasn't written that many songs then. Like, is this all one album? And I found out like it's multiple albums. And like, how can she fit all these small, like this? Because she only had like 20 something. I don't know. She only had like, I don't know, 15 or so music videos at the time. I used to always watch the music videos, and then I realised something, that she doesn't just like have music videos. She has, like, obviously, like every other artist, which I didn't know this, because I didn't know this was how the music industry worked at the time. Like, she had, like, I think it's like, by the way, I think this looks like similar to the one she had from her CMA Awards, like the 45th or something like that, I don't know, 44th, anyway, and, like, it was so weird. But then I think, I got the Red album, I listened to that a lot. I remember Everything Has Changed came out off on the day when I came back from a really, really bad school trip. I'd been over the period of 5 days, and that was kind of the point where I realised I really didn't like my school that I was going to at the time. But if I had to recommend like one Taylor Swift song, I think it'd probably be All Too Well, just because that's like a really emotional song, and that's like, lyrically, that is probably one of the best songs out there. And like, okay, obviously I'm gonna be a bit biased to Taylor Swift, like, I'm sorry, from a Taylor Swift fan, you gotta expect that, but I honestly believe that, and that's kind of why I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. So, like, I'm not saying, I think it's not that I'm saying that because I'm not saying she's the best songwriter lyrically because I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. I'm a fan of Taylor Swift because she is probably one of the best songwriters lyrically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'd recommend you, like, I don't know, just, you don't have to buy a copy of the Red Hour, which you probably do because you can't get it on Spotify, but, you know, just listen to like a Grammy performance All Too Well, or anything, like, just it's just been a whole mess. And I think like at some point I have to tell my story when I went to the 1989 World Tour concert and the Red concert as well. Both were very good, although I think the Red one was probably better just because of the seating situation. Like, we had seats, and 1989 was a bit messy, but I had a really good time at both. And there's like a fly in my room right now, and I'm gonna go mental because it's just flying around can you go away? Like, this is what annoys me about summer, is like I have my windows open so flies just come in. Like, I did not invite you here. It's so annoying. I hate that. There was like a massive moth in the bathroom, and it's disgusting. I don't like insects or bugs or flying things that have wings and small legs. Oh, it's just gross. It's on my screen. Can you go away? Sorry, I did that today. I kind of accidentally yelled at a door handle. Okay, I'm actually so done. I'll have to explain that some other time, but like, it's a very small story, so it probably doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I'm like coming towards the end of this video. She'll be on the gallery, links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!